this would apparently be the one that I thought it was. Whoa, good mom. Good mom. Basically very aggressive. Well, okay, can't go that way. Today we're doing a summer camp. Would you guys ever want to do a summer camp? You guys having fun?
Yeah!
Okay. Yeah. Now, the question is, how old are you? And would you go to a summer camp to do crazy stuff like this? You might even be able, if you sign the waiver, to be able to help pull this crazy thing. We take them from her because we want the eggs to do really well. To see that in the wild, everything's wonderful, but it's not wonderful. In the wild, this snake has to lay between 40 and 100 eggs a year just to replace itself from going from extinction. So to give you an idea, I was watching TV the other day, it said less than 1% of pythons' eggs actually survive to adulthood. Captivity. This is a threatened species in the wild. Have people take them out of the wild for any reason, so why not just let this female do what she naturally wants to do, have her babies, and I want her to be successful. So what we're going to do today is we're going to put them in an incubator, and so the incubator is a nice stable place for an egg to be. It doesn't have insects most of the time. It doesn't have anything but the right temperatures and the right possibility. Now the female won't be excited about it because deep down inside her genetics, she's still thinking, this is my kids, I got to protect them. The good news is I save her a lot of effort too, because she has to protect them for 3 months, no food. All they have to do is basically be stuck on the eggs and nervous the whole time that something's going to come and take them. Because these snakes are long-term in captivity, they're multi-generations, they're not so aggressive all the time. So I'm not sure what this one is because she has a couple sisters that look just like her, and one of them is a bear, and the rest of them are pretty good. So we're gonna find out right now, and so here we go. Come on, girl. Are you gonna be one of those crazy ones? Oh, so now she's on, like, what are you gonna do? I'm used to you, but I'm not used to you taking my eggs. So, this is the one, this would apparently be the one that I thought it was. Whoa, good mom. Good mom. Basically very aggressive. Well, okay, can't go that way. We got a lot of campers here today, and I'm still curious. I'm still curious. Are you the one that would come to camp to help me do this? Or are you the one that would never get a million miles from here? Tag a friend that would come to help you, and tag a friend that would never set foot near here. Okay, so here we go. Come on, girl. Come on. So now the idea is I want her to get a little bit of her energy, nervous energy out, and I want to calm her down. Now this is not her first year. This is not her first clutch of eggs. So she's laid many, many eggs. This is about her 8th year. And unlike the wild, she's had a lot of offspring of all different colors and all different kinds. This will be the first year that she will produce a certain color phase because she has a special gene called genetic stripe in her. Come on, girl. Yep, this is not the nice one. This is the one sister that I was worried that it could be. But I'm going to try to make it look like she's not that bad. So the idea is that I'm going to just let her... Okay. Now, this is where it gets a little weird because if they don't have a target, they don't normally bite. But my elbow is kind of a target at times. And so the idea is now I just want to get her off her eggs because python eggs can't roll around. So, because of that, they're genetically made, or whatever you want to call it, they all stick together. And fertile eggs don't stick, which is pretty crazy because they come out of the same place, they have the same thing. I don't know why they don't stick, but they don't. Okay, that's what we don't want. Everybody back. Okay, here we go. I'm gonna get lucky, I think, you guys. And she's gonna get lucky too, because all of her babies are gonna be able to survive, the majority of them. Now she's off on her way. Now here's the cool part. Instead of not eating for 3 months, she'll actually be able to, be careful, Siavash. Nobody gets bit today. There we go. You're gonna go ahead and take her back to her enclosure. Okay, so there's her eggs. That's a fertile egg. Now the eggs have to stay in the upright position. All you campers can come right back up here and you can actually touch an egg. So these have to stay in an upright position because while the eggs are being incubated, there's a baby comes up. The baby actually floats to the top.
Oh, I see one.
And so the baby, so even though this egg is kind of pointing up in the air, now I'm going to have to put this egg upward in the air like that. So here we go. So the question is, you guys have a guess on how many eggs are on this clutch? Because I always love to know that. Go ahead, how many?
16.
16? Okay, what about you guys out there? I don't hear. I want more.
24.
24, 25,
64.
30. Come on, guys. This is like an auction. Guess how many eggs are here?
64.
You want to go to 60?
So look at this. Is this cool or what, you guys? So now that mom will act totally normal in a few days, be able to go back on food, and everything will be great. So the idea, some people don't, like I said, it's a lot better than the wild because that mom probably wouldn't even be alive because she was actually born in captivity also, and she can't go in the wild again anyway because she would be, for multiple reasons. One simple reason is that she wouldn't even know how to fend for herself food-wise. So there's another, that's an infertile. And the funny part is it looks like it was fertile at one point. I can see veins in it, but there's no way that egg will hatch. This one's questionable, but I'm going to put it in there. And we're going to count these eggs, you guys. And Siavash, where are you? I don't think he gave me enough, the second tub. So I'm going to have a little bit of a problem. And right down, I think it's right over there. So let's see here. I'm guessing. I'm going to guess, you guys. Have you guessed yet? You guys guessed yet? I think there's probably 40.
Yeah,
I'm going to go with 40.
That's what I said. 41.
Now we do have a rule. We only count the ones that can be kept. That's just a Python 101 rule for here. I don't know if I can get them all here. If I can get them all here, there's not 40. There's more like less amount. So I'm going to see because honestly, they do really good, packed really tight, and that's why they come that way. So I've got to keeping all these the right direction.
I think you're going to need another box.
I think I'm going to need a bigger box. So I'm going to go ahead and take this big box. Now, some people actually think that we keep them in this, but snakes like small enclosures. So here's the deal. So in order for the mom to feel really good about her whole deal, she needs a confined area to be around her snakes because you know what? When you're trying to protect yourself, what do? You go in your bedroom, you go in your house, you go into a safe place, right? You don't stand out in the middle of the street if you're worried if things are going to maybe go bad. So a snake always is hiding. The only time they're not hiding is when they're literally hunting for food, and they only want to hunt for food when they're hungry and they need food. So the idea is that even then they're ambush hunter, and so they like to just get their food walking by. So they like to hide in a place where nobody can see them, and then when it comes time to grab the food, they grab their food. So that little box goes inside of a bigger enclosure that still seems small to us humans, but even then the snake, we have big cages here, and sometimes we have to take the snakes out of the big cages in order to even get them to eat because they're just too occupied with what's going on. You know, when they're little babies, birds fly out of the top and eat them. All kinds of crazy stuff can happen. So she goes in that small box on her own and lays her eggs. Almost never will they lay their eggs outside of that box because they want to be in a confined area, as many sides covered as possible and as protected as possible so those babies can be safe. So anyway, I hope you guys had a good time. Did you guys have a good time? Yeah! Okay, and we will see you guys soon.